Okay, so this is going to be how to use an architectural scale, like an intro of how to use an architectural scale. Okay, so first, doesn't really matter what scale you're using. We're just going to be reading it the same way. It has two sets of numbers on here because there's two scales on each edge. So you can see on this one, you can see this one has a 3-inch scale down here and 1.5-inch scale down here. Or on the more common ones that we use, this one's got an 1/8-inch scale on this edge and a 1/4-inch scale on this edge. So wherever the 0 is, that's the row that you use. So what I usually tell people when first starting out, if the 0's up here, you're using the upper row. So you kind of are not even concerned with these. Okay, I have this 1/4-inch scale down here. The 0's on the bottom row, so you're not concerning yourself with any of these numbers. The lines that we see up here, these tick marks, we are concerned with, but none of these numbers here. Okay, so to read this, this is your feet on this side, and everything in here is your inches. And this is 12 inches. Okay, no matter how big it is, it's 12 inches, because in real life, that's a 1/2 inch, but it represents 12 inches. This represents 12 inches. This bigger one over here for 3/4 still represents 12 inches. It's just bigger because it's broken up differently. So first we start with our feet. And for this big gray area, we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's going to be 9 feet. And for the inches, remember it's broken up into 12. So there's 3, 6, 9, 12 inches. We're at 6, and it looks like 7 inches right there. So 9 feet, 7 inches. For this 1/4-inch one here, we'll do feet first. It goes out. Remember, we're not concerned with these at all. We're just measuring these. They can't put every single number on, otherwise they'd all run into each other. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 1 foot. It looks like there's 6, 7, 8 inches. So do one more of these. The 3/4. 0's on the bottom. So remember, we're not reading these. We have 2 feet. And I know that gets confusing because there's lots of lines. These end up being 1/2 inches, but we don't really care about 1/2 inches. We're at 3 and 6. 6 inches. We'll do one more. 0's up top, so don't worry about these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 feet. Then 3, 6, 7. Looks like 8 inches. Okay, so that's how you use an architectural scale when you're given the area to measure on a sheet. Now, when you have to measure, and you have to measure with a scale. So for these two, these are both 1/4-inch scale. So we'll flip to the 1/4-inch scale. And first you'll put the 0 right on the edge. And you can see that it stops. Looks like about halfway. Remember, we're using the bottom row because that's where the 0 lines up. But it's not stopping at any whole inch, or I'm sorry, foot that I can see. So I'm going to slide this over till it does, and until this spills into the inches. And now I can see this is going to be 16 feet. And looks like 6 inches. Another 1/4-inch one, so we'll line up our 0. It doesn't stop at any of these marks, so I'm going to slide it over to this mark because I know that's 11 feet. So I'm going to slide this over to 11 feet. This spills into the inches. It looks like 11 feet. 9. 1/2 inch scale, so flip over to 1/2 inch. Again, line up 0. Doesn't line up with anything, so let's slide it over. 1, 2, 3, 4 feet. Looks like 3 inches. On this one, 0 first. It's not lining up with anything, so slide it over till it does to the first tick mark. Basically, you come up to where you can tell what the feet are. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 feet, and that looks like it's about 6 inches. So that is how you use an architectural scale.